What's up, guys? Here, got here with another look at some of the figures we got this week. Today we're looking at the Mondo exclusive 1/12 scale Masters Universe Clawful figure from the 2000X series. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This guy was the main reason why I decided to go ahead and jump into the 2000X figures from Mondo. The Mondos have been doing such a phenomenal job, of course, with their 1/6 scale figures. I mean, I have majority of course, Masters Universe and Batman animated series. But also, they just when they're doing their 1/12 scale, with the Ghostbusters, I have most of them. We're still waiting on Winston. I didn't get I didn't get the special edition on that one, but I did get the regular one, and I don't know. I pre-ordered him on Big Bad Toy Store, and he still hasn't shown up. So I'm hoping they send that out shortly, because I already got Ray, and I need to do the review on Ray. But anyway, the thing is that when I see the Master Universe figures on their 1/6 scale, I get confused. Oh, let me just say, I'll just say 12-inch scale. I always say, well, I wonder what it would look like if they did a 6-inch scale figures, and they went ahead and said, we're going to do the 2000X line, which is kind of insane, because when I went to the con last year, they not only did Mondo have this, but also Mattel did theirs also. And of course, they did release also this figure too, Clawful. But I didn't get him. I'm just not gonna bother with that line. I think I only have one figure from that line, and that's Beastman, because he looked really cool. And I think I'm probably gonna get Whiplash. But other than that, I think I'm good with those, even though they look pretty cool. I've seen some of them. I'm just going to stick with 2000X, and I already did my review on He-Man. He came up a couple weeks ago. Now we got this guy. It was funny. I got a notification from UPS that something's coming, and I'm like, what? And it's from Mondo, and I was thinking it was Donatello or Storm, and no, it was Clawful, and I was waiting for Clawful, and I was like, oh, cool. But anyway, as you can look, here is the packaging. We have this cool artwork in the front of Mr. Clawful. Looked like he's on the beach or something, holding his signature staff with him, which is really cool. Look at the giant claw. This is beautiful artwork, just like the He-Man packaging. Just looks so great. Now, I really don't think there's that much to go about. Of course, you got the Master Universe on the side here. It says Deluxe Figure Clawful on the bottom. And on the back, here's a description of him. I'll let you just go ahead and pause and read that. And of course, there's also, they give the shout out to the different people with the sculpt design, the concept, paint, packaging, art, all that cool stuff. Here's everybody does it. So it includes one figure, accessories. This is 14 plus. It's a collector's model. This is not a toy. So, this is basically for the collectors. And I'm telling you, this is a rabbit hole that I fell into, and I'm okay with that, because, we got Skeletor coming and Man-at-Arms coming and more to come. So anyway, so let's just get this guy out of the packaging and get a closer look at the 1/12 scale Mondo exclusive Clawful from the Masters Universe 2000X line. We'll be right back. All right, here is Mighty Clawful out of the packaging, looking so freaking awesome. I'm loving everything about this guy. The colors, the amount of detail. I mean, let's just go ahead and look at him closer. So, as you can see, we got this crazy face that he has. Out of the packaging, a roaring, scary face. The details, just looks so great. You got the teeth going. You got, you can look inside the mouth and see where the tongue is. It's just different colors. Those eyes are insane. I'm sure they're glass, right? That just looks insane. That looks so cool. And then the chest just look really awesome. And basically, this is a crab shell here. And you got these, ridges here, these different things going down the yellow. It just looks gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And then you got the arms. I mean, look, the detail, you know, the texturing is just so insane. The coloring, like, I love the coloring from different, that goes here to there, look nice. And then we got barnacles on the arms and all over the body. Look at that. I mean, that's just insane. And then coming down to this massive claw on his right arm. Look at that. I mean, it's just, there's some ridges here. Like, I feel like if I put my finger hard enough, I would hurt myself. So this is definitely not for children, but look at how big that is. And there's some barnacles here. And I just, like I said, I love the fade to the color. And you got this dark red all the way down to the light, keeps going, and it fades, bleeds into that brown and goes back up. Insane. On this arm, you have some more of barnacles. And then, of course, he has a smaller claw, you know, which is also articulated, which is really neat, you know. And then he has this arm bracelet or bracket right here with the little silver dots on there, which is really neat. I love the color because it's like this blue color. Then you got the belt down here, which looks really cool. You got even like a little thing of Clawful. That's neat. And then his loincloth, I guess you could say, looks like definitely like a shell or you know, from something from a crab. And there's even like these little leather straps on the side, so that's really cool. And I believe this comes off, so if I wanted to make it come off, it would. And then in the back, you can see him, of course, you know, the it's basically the crab tail, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know why you would take this off, because on the bottom there's really nothing, you know, just a bare minimum there. Now down to the legs of Gordon, who still had that bleeding effect. You got the red going onto the brown, more barnacles, you know. And then you guys basically have these shin guards here. Also the silver dots and the nice blue color here. And then I guess this would be foot guards, I guess, or whatever here, you know, straps on there. And then you got, of course, like I said, it still bleeds again. It's funny because it bleeds here and then bleeds back to the red down to the feet. And you got those cool colored toes. I love the way they did the detail on those. It looked really nice. Big old feet on the bottom, the red. I mean, this is just spectacular. The articulation on the arms up and down, up, it's real smooth. I really like it. And it's double jointed here, you know, on the arms. So that's really cool. There's a swivel on the top of the body. And then, of course, there is basically where you can pull them forward. A little girthy, and then you can see, but, you know, goes all the way back, and then you can pull him forward like this, so he can be really looking down on someone. And another thing too, I think is really neat, is also the head. You actually can push it up, you know, of course, side to side, but you got to be careful because this does come off easily. But you can push it down, which is really neat. You know, it's crazy. I like that. I like that they did something like that. It's really neat. I forgot which figure it was. Was it the He-Man figure that did that? Or was that something else? Let me stand this big boy up. I mean, he's massive. He's huge. He's about, you know, almost 9 inches tall, and he's just massive. I mean, he's freaking awesome. Let's see here. No, that didn't do it. I think it was a Mondo figure that did that. I don't remember, but I mean, one of the 1/6 scale figures did that with the head going up and down. Maybe, I don't remember. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the accessories he comes with, or the other stuff that he comes with. He does come with pretty cool stuff. And then he is a deluxe, so there's some special things in here that you only get as a deluxe. But first off is his first head, with basically his closed mouth kind of grinning. And I do like this head also, which is really cool. You know, of course, you got the detail and everything. It's kind of like a lazy head. You know, he's just chilling, you know. And then he comes with basically, I guess, a Filmation head, I guess. Or no, actually not Filmation. I guess what the 2000X head looks like, I guess. The only thing with this one is it's really big, and I'm not a huge fan of how it looks. I mean, it's okay, but these look much better. So let's go ahead and pull those out and see how he looks. I really, like I said, I think I like this one the most. It's because he just looks very chilled and You know, he's just walking through the beach, and you know. But like I said, this one just is, yeah, it's okay. It's not like the best, but you know, definitely that 2000X vibe on that. So that's probably why they included it. But I believe this head is a deluxe, so you can't get it. You know, if they decide to release a regular version, they haven't released a regular version yet. So you know, if they do, then you will not get that head. Next up is the mace, which is really, really nice. It's in this beautiful green and black tones. You got kind of like the lines here, making it very, you know, I guess sci-fi-ish thing. So it's really, really cool. It's really nice. I love that green. It's really, really nice. Now another thing, actually, let me move these to this side. Another thing that this comes with, you can only get if you get the deluxe version, is this figure stand, which is really cool because it's basically like a rock thing. You know, like he's standing on a rock. There's a lot of different things on this thing. You got, I don't know what these are called. If you know in the comments, but I know here's some more, I guess, barnacles right there. I don't know. And then it looks like a little snail on top of some purple stuff. But also, which I think is really remarkable and interesting, is this another monster coming out of the water, which is really cool. This is, I guess, is this another subspecies? This is just crazy. But look at the details on the rocks. Like it's those, I guess it's barnacles, right? That clench against the walls, you know what I mean? And then you got this kind of like this leaf going over or whatever. And then on here, there's a hole here for, you know, the figure holder. So I don't know if I'm gonna use this, to be honest, because the difference between this figure stand and the one that came with He-Man is He-Man's was kind of small, very small. This one is really actually perfect. It fits him really well, so you really don't have to worry about it falling or him not fitting on it. This is actually perfect. This is, I think the one that came with He-Man should have been bigger. I mentioned that in my review. But yeah, this one fits him perfect. So it's really, really cool. And then he comes with also two other little buddies. And like I said, I'm not sure if they do a regular version, if these will also come with them. Usually the buddies don't when they do. For example, when they did the 1/6 scale Harley Quinn, they had the two hyenas of the deluxe version, and then, or timed edition, or whatever version they had. And then when they released a regular version, they didn't come with that. So usually that does happen. But you got this orange fish thingy guy, which is really cool. And then you got this beautiful blue and green, kind of like a spider snail thing. Like, who comes up with this stuff? Like, I don't remember the cartoon if these came with them or not, but that's really, really cool. All right, so let's just get this out of the way real quick because I really want to do just two comparisons real quick. And definitely, I definitely have Clawful in my collection. I know for sure I have a few. But we're gonna just look at the classics version that I had, of just how much the evolution has come. Of course, this is the 2000X version of the character, but just wanted to put him outside of the classics one. Of course, I mean, you know, same concept. Of course, his claws just a little bit smaller, and you know, and there's no latch here. I don't know why they didn't come with a latch on that, but you know, still love my classics one, but this one is insane. All right, and then I wanted to bring in He-Man just to see the size of these two together. Like, I really was worried about He-Man. Of course, his, you know, But look at how crazy that is. I mean, the size alone of Clawful is just crazy. I mean, it's just so big. And I'm just like, ah. So I just wanted to kind of show, how these are just, I mean, this is just the first two. So we got Skeletor coming, hopefully, this year. It's kind of funny because that was a birthday present to someone bought that for me for my birthday, and my birthday's coming up again. So it's like, was it birthday or Christmas? No, it was Christmas. It was a Christmas. Was it Christmas? God, I don't remember. That's, you pre-order this stuff and you just don't remember when. But anyway, hopefully Skeletor does come soon, and then we have also Man at Arms. And I'm glad I'm all in. I'm all in on this line. I'm gonna go as far as possible with this line. And of course, these are cheaper than the bigger ones. But I'm probably still gonna collect the bigger ones too, because I mean, I just love it. I'm just in it. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get this guy posed out so I can give you my final thoughts. We'll be right back. All right, here are my final thoughts on the Masters Universe 2000X Clawful figure from Mondo, the 1/12 scale version of this character. All I can say is he is badass. He is awesome. I'm probably gonna say no. I don't know what other figure is gonna top this, to be honest, this year. Like, I know I just gotten Zartan from the classified, the Ninja Force version, and I saw that one. I'm gonna do a review on him shortly. I know a lot of the Storm Arena figures are coming in also. Charlie, Dan, but the thing about those, I don't know, this one just stands out. It gives you that NECA action figure they did a while back, combined with, just like with Classics did their 2000X figure, and made it, they gave birth to this beautiful, beautiful figure. Mondo outdid themselves this time. Like I said, I love the He-Man one, and I thought, I was definitely like thinking, oh yeah, this is a figure of the year also. But I think the stand took some points away. This one, the stand is perfect. It's big. The little buddies are really cool. I really like these little guys. These are just gorgeous and awesome in their own right. He was a premium figure. He wasn't cheap. It was $125 plus, tax and shipping. Definitely high end, but this is where it's at. And, Mondo, if they continue to do stuff like this, they might end up taking over the 6 scale figures. You know what I mean? Compared to like they just other other licenses. I mean, just imagine them doing Batman animated series in this line, like this scale, or what if they would have done the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this scale instead of Super 7? Stuff like that I think about, and it's like, I'm just all in. I recorded this over the couple of days, and today they did make the teaser for Tila. So she is coming. Mondo's Tila for the 2000X line will also be coming. Pre-orders were coming up, so of course I'm grabbing her. And like I said, Merman is right behind her, and I'm just excited to see what we got at the San Diego Comic-Con. I'm very excited to see what we're getting. But yeah, and also, like I said before, Mattel also are doing these figures, and Clawful is available, but there's nothing compared to this. Like, I'm sorry, but of course, I guess the difference is that's a $20 figure. This is, way more. But even though, like, I'm glad I decided to go with this line. But yeah, if you have ordered him, he should be heading to your house very soon, this week, I believe. If you didn't get him, unfortunately, you would have to get him on eBay for now. I'm not sure if there's going to be a regular version of him. Of course, if there is, the stand and the 2 buddies probably won't come with him in the other head. And you'll just basically just get him. But even though that you didn't get him with the stand, he's worth it. Like, seriously, he is pretty badass. All right, so let me know in the comments if you guys got this figure, what you think. Do you think, the 2000X line is a pretty cool line to collect? And also, too, the movie came out, and I saw it, Wednesday, and I'm thinking of doing a review on it. Did you guys see it? Did you like it? Of course, I loved it, and of course, Clawful wasn't in it, but you know, hopefully we get a sequel and we can see Clawful in there also. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until next time, we will see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.